How to build a real AI agent 5-level explained it. I spent 3 weeks after work, build what I thought was a great AI agent. I could search the web, execute the command, even explain its reasoning step by step. Then it broke spectacularly. Here is what happened. My agent worked flawless in testing. I throw scenario at it, edge cases, weird prompts, crushed them all. I was feeling like a genius. Then one colleague suggested test something outside of my mind, something simple. They asked it to put data from 2 sources, compare them, and make a recommendation based on criteria that slightly conflict with each other. Then the agent froze. Then it hallucinated. Then it confidently gave the wrong answer. I'm sitting there watching those things implode, and I'm thinking, that was supposed to be autonomous. That was supposed to be smart. Here's the truth. It wasn't an agent. It wasn't just a fancy prompt chain with some tool bolted on. No memory, no reasoning, no ability to adapt when the world gets messy. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Celine Xu. With 11 plus years experience in AI and machine learning, I'm here to help business professionals like you make AI part of your daily workflow, free you for the more important and more enjoyable tasks. The failure taught me everything about what separates a real AI agent from the toy version most people are building. And look, I get it. Everyone now is racing to build agents. Slap GPT on an API. Give a few functions. Call it autonomous. Done. But that's not how you build something reliable, something that actually works when it matters. So here is the plan. I will walk you through the 5 levels of AI agent, from beginning prompt chain all the way to full autonomous self-improving system. By the end of this, you will know exactly where is your agent sits, what's missing, and how to level up. Level 1. Agents with tools and instructions. There is where most people start and where most people get stuck. You give a large language model a few tools, maybe a web search, and calculator, a database query. You write some instruction like, when the user asks X, do Y. It feels smart. It feels automated. But here is the thing. It's entirely reactive. There is no decision making, no adapting. It's following a script. The second something unexpected happens, it either breaks or does something nonsensical. Great for simple automation. Terrible for anything mission critical. If your agent is stuck at level 1, you've got a fancy chatbot, not an agent. 2. Agents with knowledge and memory. Now we are getting somewhere. At level 2, you bring in real-time knowledge and short-term memory. Your agent can pull context from documents, database, past conversations. It remembers what the user said 5 messages ago. It helps reference a file you uploaded yesterday. Suddenly, your chatbot doesn't feel generic anymore. It feels like it actually knows something. This is where customer support bots, tools, and research assistants start to shine. But here is the catch. It's still not thinking ahead. It's reacting better, but it's not planning. And that's where level 3 come in. Level 3, long-term memory and reasoning. Okay, now we're cooking. Level 3 is where your agent stops being a tool and start becoming an assistant. Here's the difference. A level 2 agent remember what you said in this conversation. A level 3 agent remember what you said 3 months ago and use it to make a bad decision today. It learns your preference. It adapts to how you work. And here is the big one. It can reason through multiple step challenges. Let me paint you the picture. You ask, help me prepare for next week's investor meeting. A level 1 agent gives you a genetic checklist. The level 2 agent pulls from your uploaded pitch deck. But the level 3 agent, it remembers you raised concern about customer acquisition cost last quarter. It recalls that investor A cares about unit economy while investor B focuses on market size. It thinks through what data you need, what objectives might come up, and proactively draft talking points. You're not building scripts anymore. You're building something that syncs alongside with you. This way, AI agent feel less like a software and more like a team member. Level 4. Multi-agent teams. All right, here's something that wild. Why would you rely on one agent when you could have an entire team? Think about how humans work. You don't have one person doing everything. You have specialists. A researcher, an analyst, a writer, a project manager coordinate it all. That's level 4. You build specialized agents that are really good at one thing. Then you make them work together. Here's how this looks in practice. Let's say you are analyzing a competitor. You have agent 1, the researcher, scrape the web for the news, press release, and social media boosts. Agent 2, the analyst, pull financial data, revenue estimate, and market positioning and do the analysis. Agent 3, the strategist, compare the data to your company performance and identify the gaps. Agent 4, the coordinator, ties it all together and presents you a clean, actionable report. Each agent is and together, they are more powerful than one generalist agent try to do it all. This is how you tackle complex, multi-layer problem without burning out and losing quality. But here is the catch. Orchestrating multiple agents is an art. You need clear handoff, shared context, and a leader that knows when to step in. Get it right? You've got a machine. Get it wrong? You got chaos. Level 5, tick system. Okay, this is the pinnacle. This is where most developers dream of getting and where most fail. At level 5, you're not building agents anymore. You're building infrastructure. These aren't tools you call when you need something. These are systems that runs 24/7 in the background, handling everything from user input to data processing to real-time decision-making. Think about it like this. A level 4 multi-agent team is like having employees you assign tasks to. And level 5 agentic system is like having an entire company that runs itself. This is what power that next generation of apps, the one that feel alive. But here's the reality check, and I need you to hear this. Build this at scale is hard. You're dealing with state management across distributed systems, background job queues, real-time streaming architectures, fault tolerance, monitoring, debugging agents that are making decisions you didn't explicit program. This isn't just throw together a few API calls and hope it works. This is serious back-end engineering. And this is where most dev teams hit the wall. They can build the agent logic, but they can't handle the infrastructure complexity. So do I. If you want to play at level 5, you'd better have your engineer fundamental locked in, or a partner with someone who does. If you can put it off, you're not just building a software, you're building a future. Look, I'm a solo developer. I can build the level 4 system maybe in 1 week, multi-agent teams, orchestration, the whole thing. But level 5, the agentic infrastructure running 24/7 at scale, no way. I need my engineer friends and engineering team for that. And you know what? That's okay. You don't have to do everything yourself. Know your level. Know when to bring in help. That's not weakness. That's strategy. The takeaway. Here is what I need you to understand. Building a smart, scalable AI agents isn't about chain prompts together or slap on extra tools and call it autonomous. It's an architecture challenge. It's about design systems from the ground up with state, memory, reasoning, and collaboration baked in. When you do that, your agents don't just follow the instructions. They become trustworthy AI teammates that actually deliver, like Claude Code. Stay focused on the fundamentals. Start simple, add complexity only when it solves a real problem. And most importantly, always know when to hand control back to a human. Because agents aren't built overnight, but with right blueprints, you can go way beyond the hype and build something that actually works. The future doesn't belong to the people who with the fanciest models or agent. It belongs to the people who can solve the real problems with the tool that actually exists. If today's video gave you clarity, if you finally understand where your agent sits and where you need to take them to, do me a favor. Hit the like button, share this with someone who's drawing the AI agent buzzword and need a real breakdown. And subscribe, because I'm dropping more practical strategy on turning AI into actually business results. No fluffy, just what works. Now, I want to hear from you. Which level are your agent at right now? And which level you're trying to reach? Drop it a comment. Let's compare notes. Share. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.